You have likely sensed, perhaps in the quietest moments of your life, that your body is not merely a biological machine, but a deeply intelligent, listening sanctuary. For generations, the great pioneers of the subconscious mind and New Thought spirituality have proclaimed a universal truth: your word is your wand, and the body responds to the divine design held steadily in your mind. Florence Scovel Shinn famously taught that we literally frame our world and our health with our spoken words. Today, we are going to explore exactly how to speak the word of perfect, radiant health over your life, and why this is not merely a spiritual concept, but a biological law. Before we dive into the mechanics of this transformation, it is vital that we balance our profound spiritual faith with grounded, factual reality. There is a common misconception in some circles that our thoughts can magically and instantaneously mutate the physical structure of our atoms, or that we can simply wish away a broken bone without physical care. We must gently set these extreme ideas aside. Illness is never a cosmic punishment for negative thinking, and conscious prayer is not a substitute for the wonders of medical science. However, the scientific reality of how your body functions is just as miraculous. Your cells do listen to you. Through the proven, well-documented science of neuroplasticity, psychoneuroimmunology, and epigenetics, we now know as a matter of scientific fact that your thoughts profoundly alter your internal chemical environment. Your spoken words may not change the fundamental sequence of your genetic code, but they absolutely dictate whether your nervous system operates in a state of chronic survival or a state of profound healing. Let us learn how to consciously speak the language of health, aligning your physical biology with your divine right to vitality. Every single word you speak carries a vibrational weight and a specific emotional charge that your central nervous system immediately registers and processes. When you speak words of fear, frustration, lack, or chronic exhaustion, saying things like "I am always sick" or "my body is falling apart," your brain perceives a literal, physical threat. It immediately activates the sympathetic nervous system, commonly known as your fight or flight response. In this heightened state of survival, your body halts its natural, daily repair mechanisms. It redirects energy away from your immune system and your digestive organs, preparing you instead for a physical battle that never actually comes. You become flooded with stress hormones, and over time, this degrades your cellular health. But when you speak words of truth, unconditional love, and divine order, a physiological miracle occurs. You activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the biological state of rest and digest. This is the only state in which true, deep cellular healing can occur. Your body is constantly listening to the narrative you are reinforcing. When you boldly affirm, "I am the perfect expression of divine health," you are not waving a magic wand. You are literally instructing your brain's architecture to lower stress hormones, reduce inflammation, and create the optimal biological environment for your cells to repair, divide, and thrive. The subconscious mind does not debate you. It accepts what you declare as absolute truth. Therefore, you must govern your tongue with absolute precision and grace. For a long time, humanity believed that our DNA was our fixed destiny, that we were simply the victims of our genetic inheritance. But modern science has uncovered a magnificent truth known as epigenetics. While your fundamental DNA sequence is indeed fixed, the expression of your genes is highly adaptable and constantly shifting. Think of your DNA as a vast, ancient library containing millions of books of possibilities. Within your cells, there are books written on disease, aging, and fatigue, but there are also magnificent volumes written on radiant health, rapid regeneration, and boundless energy. Your environment, your lifestyle choices, and, most importantly, the chemical environment created by your habitual thoughts and intense emotions act as the master librarians. They decide which of these genetic books are opened and read, and which are kept firmly closed. When you dwell on chronic stress, inherited family fears, or the expectation of illness, you signal your biology to pull the books of hardship from the shelves. You are literally programming your cells for decay. But when you engage your imagination with expectant, unwavering faith, as Neville Goddard taught, by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you change everything. When you vividly visualize a strong, radiant, youthful body and feel the profound gratitude of that reality right now, you bathe your cells in a rich biochemical cocktail of dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins. You are quite literally commanding your genetic library to open the books of resilience, vitality, and longevity. You are not a victim of your biology, you are its master programmer. We are not dealing in vague metaphors today. We are dealing with biological reality married to spiritual law. Let us learn to play the magnificent instrument of your body with the mastery of a conscious creator, if you can imagine your human body as a grand, magnificent symphony. Your endocrine system, the network of glands that produce and regulate your hormones, is its invisible string section. It is the system that establishes the overall tone, rhythm, and vibration of your life. Each gland is a highly tuned instrument, each hormone is a note, and each secretion is a vibrational pulse that harmonizes your thoughts, your emotions, and your physical vitality. Modern medicine understands the endocrine system as a biochemical regulator of vital functions, metabolism, sleep, stress response, and growth. But what is often overlooked by the purely mechanistic view is that these glands possess a specific resonance, and they respond directly to verbal, auditory, and mental stimuli. When you harbor chronic resentment, unspoken anger, or persistent, lingering worry, you are not merely having a bad day. You are sending a direct, undeniable command to your adrenal glands to flood your system with cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, this exhausts your organs. Your heart, your liver, your stomach, and your immune defenses bear the physical brunt of this unmanaged emotional turmoil. The body is simply obeying the panicked commands of your subconscious mind. But your glands and organs respond beautifully and almost instantly to the vibration of peace. Each organ understands a particular language. The heart thrives on the frequency of love and compassion. The liver, which is the organ of detoxification, physically relaxes and regenerates when it receives the vibration of peace and forgiveness. The lungs expand in the presence of true spiritual freedom, and the stomach digests smoothly when it is bathed in the energy of trust. When you practice deep, rhythmic breathing and speak words of calm assurance, you harmonize this internal choir. Consider the widely documented placebo effect. When a patient believes with absolute certainty that they are receiving a powerful cure, their brain will often produce the body's own natural painkillers, anti-inflammatories, and healing agents, even if they were only given a sugar pill. Your belief is the active ingredient. Your faith is the catalyst that unlocks your internal pharmacy. There exists a magical, highly receptive threshold between wakefulness and sleep. Scientifically, we know this as the hypnagogic state, a period where your brainwaves slow down from the active, waking beta state into the relaxed, suggestible alpha and theta states. In this precise window, the critical, analytical filter of your conscious mind drops away. The doors to your subconscious are thrown wide open. This is the most fertile ground for biological programming, yet it is the moment most people unknowingly squander. If you fall asleep reviewing the day's anxieties, agonizing over tomorrow's problems, or falling asleep to the chaotic noise of the television, you are handing a blueprint of stress to your subconscious mind. Your cells, which never sleep, will spend the night attempting to repair your body while operating under a command of fear and tension. The subconscious mind takes the very last conscious thought you have before drifting off and uses it as the foundational instruction for the night. Therefore, you must learn to enter your sleep not as an escape, but as an entry into a sacred temple of restoration. During sleep, your body naturally performs its most critical tasks: cellular repair, liver detoxification, neurochemical reorganization, and tissue regeneration. When you give it a clear, spiritually charged directive before sleeping, your body executes these tasks with divine precision. As we close this segment of our teaching, it is absolutely essential to recognize that physical health and material prosperity are not separate, unrelated domains. They are distinct, physical manifestations of the exact same internal vibration. The ancient Hermetic principle states, as within, so without. This is a universal, unbending law. A mind that is chronically focused on lack, fear, and limitation will emit biochemical signals that weaken the immune system and deplete physical energy. Simultaneously, that same vibration of lack repels opportunity and isolates you from abundance. Conversely, a mind that expects good, that rests in gratitude, and that assumes the feeling of the wish fulfilled will naturally cultivate a vital, resilient physical body. That exact same energy radiates outward, creating a confident, magnetic aura that attracts the right opportunities, the right relationships, and material prosperity. You cannot separate the health of your cells from the abundance of your life. By choosing words of life, utilizing the incredible power of your directed imagination, and grounding your faith in the miraculous design of your biology, You step fully into your role as a conscious creator. Speak to your body with absolute authority. Speak to your circumstances with unyielding love. The universe and your biology are always listening.